conversation, hopefully I could come up with, not come up with better answers, but be able to give you better answers, to be able to, you know, for you to understand.
I want you to know, but listen, this is what I'm telling you. Not for me, for you. It is a very important thing for you to, as you make friends, date people as you grow older, for you to be able to communicate what it is that you need and want. And I'm going to tell y'all something, because this is not just intimate relationships. This is running a family household with your children, having family members that you interact with or that you live with. It is important that y'all communicate what is needed from the group. And then it's important that the overall collective goal that we're all working on is understood. I told the people in my Zoom last night, when you're raising teenagers, it is important to start instilling in them and making sure they can articulate these things, because when you go on job interviews, the job tells you what they require. The company tells you what they require in order to land the position. But there is a space where they should be asking questions and trying to figure out if their needs are going to be met by working at this particular job, getting an understanding for the way things work. You know, what do I do when I call out? How does it work if I'm having an issue with another coworker? Here are the things that I require, the resources I need in order to function as the best employee I can doing this job. It's a lot of people that were never taught to articulate in this particular area. I know I got another call on the line. Caller, what's your name and where you calling from? Did we lose a caller? Caller, what's your name and where you calling from? Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, baby. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Jessica calling from Georgia.
Jessica from Georgia. I know that's right. What part of Georgia, Jessica?
Athens.
Athens in the house. So, Jessica, listen, what do you require? Relationship, friendship, family, dealing with you every day. What do you require? Is it honesty? Is it, you know, gratitude? What is it that you require in order to be the best version of you?
Well, most definitely gratitude. That means a lot to me. And understanding, you know, what we got going on. And for us to be able to resolve problems, like, you know, we're going to have problems, so we got to be able to resolve them in an effective way.
Definitely. So let me ask you, because you've been in a few Zooms, do you articulate this? Like the current relationship you're in, friends, people you're doing business with, do you tell them, hey, listen, if you want the best version of me, if you want to be on a team with me where I'm operating at my best, we have to be able to resolve through conflict without this stuff stretching out, or without it sitting on my mind or causing confusion, or I can't talk to you? Are you articulating this stuff to people around you that are dealing with you?
Yes, I am. And sometimes, you know, it gets uncomfortable for them, but at the end, they understand.
You're saying the conversation, when you're articulating this, it gets uncomfortable?
Yeah, because like, when I explain to them better, then they understand. But, you know, like, at the beginning, the approach, like, it's uncomfortable for them.
How do you know? They body language, or are they telling you, like, I don't want to talk about this, or how are you coming off?
Like, I remember I don't know if it was a Zoom or Loud, you were talking about how, like, somebody will basically try to let you know that they feeling some type of way just by the way they moving and their body language.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I explain to people around me, you know, if you got a problem, you know, you got to explain to me what's going on. Like, I'm not going to play mind games. I'm not going to play guessing games.
Come on.
Like, tell me how you feel and let's move forward. You know, let's work this out and let's move forward. And if we can't, then, you know, I can't have nobody like that around me because it's draining. Like,
right, come on.
I'm dealing with the child. Yes,
I love what you just said at the end, too, because it's so important. This is why you got to know what you require. Because half the time, most of the adults that I have come across in conversation on lives, on my platform, like the young lady that was just on the phone before you, they have not talked about this or really thought about this, right, with themselves at the center of the thoughts and processing exactly what this question is. What do I require, right? And because they have not done that, you will see a lot of attitude with the body language, the energy, their aura when they walk in rooms, and they really feel justified in acting this way. But the people around you didn't know that this is something that was big on your list of things that you need in order to be you, the best version of you. I appreciate what you added to the conversation, Jessica. Was there anything else you want to add?
No.
I love it. I keep Keep telling people as you come in contact, as you do business, because I know you be out here doing your 1-2 step with your business. Make sure as you interact and as you do business with people, as you partner up with people, you are continuously having a conversation about what you require. There's so many business relationships that go bad because both parties or multiple parties involved did not have that initial interview conversation where I'm saying, here is what I need from the group. What does the group need from me? What is the goal of our interaction? What are we doing together? Why are we in this? Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Deja. I'm calling from Rochester, New York.
Deja from New York. Deja, so what do you know about yourself and what you require?
So I require for a person not to be a yes man. Like if I'm doing some flaw shit or some bullshit, just call me.
Deja, we live on the radio. You gotta watch the profanity. But so say that again. You're what?
Like I don't need a yes man. I need somebody to call me out on my stuff. Like if I'm being flawed or something where you feel like it's not nothing that I should be doing.
Mm-hmm.
Then call me out on it. Like, hey, that behavior that you did was flawed. Like I have too many yes men around me.
So do you tell people this, like, as you make new friends? Because I know that you've been in a few of my Zooms. You do business as well. Are you telling people that you do business with, people you making friends with? Are you letting them know, like, hey, listen, I'm one of those people. Don't sit around me and say yes to this and that, knowing that this don't look right to you or you don't agree with it?
I haven't before, but as, like, lately realizing it, like, a lot of people condone certain stuff that's not right. So I call them out on it, like, that's not right. I would appreciate it if you call me out on it. Don't be timid or feel like to be on my good graces, you got to go along with what I'm doing. If you know it's not right, just say, hey, that's not right. And we can move on from that. It don't have to cause confusion.
Right. And this is really you letting the person know, hey, I can be accountable.
Right.
So if there's any issues we have or anything you see that doesn't look right, I can talk about it. I can accept responsibility. I can apologize with change. I can show gratitude in spaces where I need to. I love it. I love it. Anything else you want to add on this particular topic?
No.
I love it. I appreciate you calling in. Those of y'all that call in every week and support the show, the platform, I love it. We are live on Instagram and Facebook. And I have added a real estate segment to my show. So about 2 to 3 minutes before we get out of here today, I am going to give y'all some advice, some tips, some tricks. And my personal realtor is going to come on here because she's awesome. And she's going to tell y'all a few things. I want to know online, for those of y'all watching on Facebook and Instagram, what is it that you require? And do you tell people this stuff? Do you let them know what you require? I know we got another call on the line. And this question is important because we're talking about a pack mentality versus a herd mentality. In my Zoom, I talked about how when you're operating as a pack, when you look at a pack of wolves or any animals, that they operate based on a group that has a collective goal, and everybody has a role, and their role requires different behaviors, but it's all for the sake of the same goal overall. Like when you look at teams and units that operate, families that operate like this, you see more stability, you see more generational wealth, you see more understanding, you see less chaos, you see them able to come together and work through things, just life, problems, issues, mishaps, losses, way better than people that are operating based on that herd mentality. That herd mentality is based around survival. It's usually decisions and choices led by fear. It's almost like, our inner fear is driving us to end up going in the same direction, but we're not purposely all routing ourselves down the same road. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? Did we lose that caller? Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? I think we lost them. So going back, and I'll elaborate a little bit. So when you see people, teams, families, units that operate as a pack, they exhibit a higher level of cognitive complexity, meaning there is a different type of understanding for what we're doing as a family unit. For those of y'all that have children, this is why it's important to explain to them as a family the seasons that we're going through and the things that you're trying to get done as a parent. A lot of us was raised on that mentality where you could not ask questions. It was, stay out of grown folks' business. And when you reach that transition stage, that adolescent stage where you're transitioning into an adult, it was a lot of stuff you couldn't process mentally for yourself because no one gave you the right prep, the right tools, the right strategies. Y'all can call in 888-247-8712. Again, we talking about a pack mentality versus a herd mentality. I'm trying to find out from y'all, as your role in the group, rather your family operating as one or the other, what do you require in order to be at your best? I know we got another call on the line. Caller, what's your name and where you calling from? And again, that's 247-8712. You guys can always download the WTMP app to listen live over the internet, or if you're local, you can definitely download the WTMP app to get more clear audio of the dialogue. 888-247-8712. And I'm looking for y'all on Instagram and Facebook too. What is it that y'all require? What is it that you know about you that you require? Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? I think we lost that caller as well. Caller, what's your name and where you calling from? Again, that number is 888-247-8712. Now, one of the things I did explain in my Zoom about a herd mentality. People that operate off of this, it's kind of like almost follow the group. Whatever the majority is doing, that's what I'm going to do too. There doesn't have to be a strategy discussed. It doesn't have to be clear as to why we're going in this particular direction. You don't see a lot of understanding or clarification, accountability for certain behaviors. There's usually a lot of emotion and fear. And some of y'all, you probably recognize this from your upbringing where you bring your parents' ideas or those that raised you. And because it's out of the norm of what they did at your age or what they see for you, you get their fears projected onto you. So it's like, no, you shouldn't do that. No, you shouldn't do this. I wouldn't recommend you doing this, or I don't think that's a good idea, or you should just do this, simply because their fears cloud their judgment or their ability to be able to step out on faith, on hope, whatever you want to call it, and do something different. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, baby.
Hey, this is Maria. How you doing, Dorsey?
I'm good. Maria, where you from?
I'm from Seattle.
Seattle. I know that's right. So, Maria, what do you know about yourself when it comes to what you require to operate at your best, your full capacity, be in the best mood, like motivated to get stuff done?
Are you talking about relationships, romantic, family, or friendships?
All of the above.
Okay.
All of the above. We can start with dating. If I'm dating you, what is it that you require to be that best version of you, to be the best in this relationship?
I require you to match me to give me what I give. And I also, for me personally, me speaking as Marie from Seattle, I know that people are not at the same level that I may not be on, and that's okay. But
wait, back up. Say that again. So you're interacting with people and you're saying they may not be on your same level. Are you talking about financially, mentally?
Yeah, exactly, Dorsey. I'm sorry, continue.
Okay, so you're saying they may not be on your level. So now go ahead.
They may not be on my level, but at the very least you can do is match what I'm giving.
Okay.
Whether we're on the same level or if I'm higher above you, at least give me what I'm giving. And when I'm
so give me an example, because I don't mean to cut you off, but give me an example because I want to really understand. Me and you are dating, and let's say, you know, financially you're a little bit more successful than me. I'm not broke. I got a job. My basics are together, but you do make more than me. And then let's say you're a little bit more educated.
You broke.
Huh? Say that again.
I said, well, if you do have a job, you broke.
Listen, so
you know what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying, but in this particular example, I'm saying basically I'm not in a survival mode. So I don't need like money from you to survive. We're in a relationship. You make more than me, and you may be a little bit more educated than me when we talk about, you know, how far we went in school. I got a high school diploma. You might have a college degree. So when you're saying I need to give what you give.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. So it doesn't matter if I'm more educated. We're talking about if you're in a relationship with me and I'm in a relationship with you. It doesn't matter if you're more educated or if I'm.
No, so hold on. No, listen to what I'm asking you.
Listen, hold on. We need to support each other.
But when you make the comment, I need to give what you give. Give me some examples. That's what I'm asking.
We need to support each other. That's exactly what I'm saying.
So give me some examples. Like, give me an example.
I got you. So whatever I'm trying to do in life, whether you agree with it or not, if you respect me as a person and as a human being, back me up. And whatever you're trying to do in life, whether I agree with it or not, as your partner, I should support you as an individual and a human being.
Okay.
Like, I'm going to give you an example right now, like you just asked. Let's just say that you make music and you rap, or you sing.
and I can't sing or rap a lick. And let's just say that I